survival.
Oh boy, I got a 2. That would be 8. Actually, it'll be 8 plus the 11 total.
Survival,
I got
you say?
a 6.
I'm proficient in survival, but
I'll take survival, I'll take perception, I'll take any skill that will be relevant to looking for something.
I got a 12.
Investigation.
I'm going to start with something, but
There we go. Oberon gets
Hey.
a 23. So as you are all climbing down, you think back to Neverwinter and how their sewer system works. And what you remember is their sewer system is bad. It's Neverwinter is basically cities that have been built upon cities that have been built upon cities and then raised through the ages by various cataclysms. So the sewers are basically kind of just holes that lead into something, and people do their business in it, and hopefully nothing gets angry about it and comes out and kills them. This one doesn't make any sense. This seems to be like sense has been put into this. People have planned it and dug it. That doesn't know how would that work. And while they're kind of
the right way.
yeah,
The water.
the water.
yeah.
Like, there's no fire in here. There's no strange creatures trying to kill me as I walk by. However, Oberon doesn't get lost in this thought. He basically goes down, walks up, and says, "There's a big hole here with a grate in it. We could probably get through there."
yeah, good time pull it. So when whether we can dislodge it or
Let's go.
just to check its strength.
Well, I mean, surprisingly, to stop things like dogs and small children going exploring the sewers, they do put large grates. However, you do need to kind of remove these things. So with a bit of time and effort, you could probably dislodge the grate. Do you want to try and do that?
Yes, I'm going to try and dislodge it and roll it to the side.
Sounds good to me. Are you going to have a strength check at advantage? Because I'm assuming someone's going to help you, or you can do some crazy bullshit. Up to you.
I have no crazy bullshit.
Boo! I was hoping the druid was going to just heat metal and melt it.
Yeah, try for my strength.
I think I might have something, maybe.
Ooh. So, okay, Jim, you were going to do the normal thing. However, other people want to. Oh, that was a saving throw, Jim. It's a strength check, mate.
I've done that before. Yeah.
Everyone's done that before. Your roll, however, was a 19, no, mate, so I will take the 19. But what is your strength?
My strength is a. What is it again?
It's the left-hand side of the screen, top one. Just tell me what the number is.
No. Big number 2, we number's 14.
Right, 2, so it'll be a +2, so it was a 21 you got. So yeah, you go, and you manage to rip it out. You realise you actually ripped out the wrong way, but you're like, whatever. And you just kind of chuck it to the side. Yeah, it's flexes a bit like, oh yes, this is going to cause somebody that's not me problems.
It's caused me pain.
It's just made you look badass as hell. So they're going to lead you into the sewers, which has a map. Because in this campaign, despite its many issues with balancing, the guy made loads and loads of maps, which I'm cool with. Well, not the genie's home. That's not somewhere you found yet.
The what
it does
now?
exist.
Genie.
Have you just given us some
Magical
important lore that we
genie.
have not discovered or stumbled upon yet?
Wait, wasn't... I think that's the only map I didn't buy.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Right.
Yes, it is. That's the only map I didn't buy.
I think you bought nearly enough every map from what I remember.
I didn't buy all of them. I only bought the wizard one, the one
It's very
to
dark down
find
here.
a
It will
dragon.
be very dark. Until I do a
There
thing.
is a sewer map, but we are in the sewers, so I don't see how that would matter anymore.
Right.
What a minute.
Okay, that's a very funny picture. Screamer. Don't worry, I'll put the dynamic lighting on in a second.
How big are the sewers?
Real big.
I am.
Like length, width, and all that.
Incredible,
No,
like,
not length. Sorry, height.
All right. I mean, yeah, I'd say the clearance of the ceiling is surprisingly good. In times, it does drop down to maybe like 10 feet, but for the most part, quite high ceilings, 20 feet probably.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. That's who am I missing? I feel like I'm missing.
So
Hey.
are we all brickwork and all that? So pretty cool.
Yeah, I'll show you in a second. Is that Hazel? I think it's Hazel. I forgot. There we go.
That's me. Yeah.
Yeah. So I need to do this, and then I need to put on all kinds of dynamic light and stuff because roll 20 is a pain in the ass. That's all fine. And now all the excitement of watching a DM slowly make things happen.
Slowly
If we
make
were-
the reveal.
If we're a sponsor at this point, we could use this opportunity to like do some sponsored shit. Like, loot
Hey,
boxes.
sponsor us! Well, there we go. Yeah, we're trying to draw
Sponsored
up.
by Twitch.
Yeah. And by sponsored by, we mean that they
tolerate
Fucked
us.
over
Well,
by
let's
Twitch.
say-
they have not cancelled us yet.
Because they don't know us.
Because they have not noticed that we exist. However, when they notice we exist, there'll be a real problem for everyone.
Yep.
Uh,
That's when we get.
We will make them pay.
yeah. Okay, I think everyone apart from maybe
I can
Mary
see.
has got a vision now. Hold on.
Yeah, I've got vision too.
I don't have vision.
Oh,
Everyone
oh,
see now?
I can see something now.
Yeah.
Jim, can you not see?
I can see now. I was at the wrong
I was
bit.
gonna say you should be able to see by now, mate. Come on.
I was at the
Right.
wrong bit.
Oh, that's okay then, mate. That's fine. Do. Oh, that's interesting.
Is my character on here?
Your character is there.
Ah, right, okay. I couldn't remember what I looked like.
You couldn't
And
remember.
rather than look at your own bio, you're like, no, I will ask the DM to point me out.
Yeah, I will embarrass myself in front of everyone.
'Cause why the
Not
hell
at all, Rachel.
Not at all.
Do not be foolish.
Oh. If it's not in front of everyone, it's no fun.
Is it worth it? Yeah, if it's not in front of everybody, then it's not worth it, really.
It's the best place to embarrass yourself.
Yeah, on the internet, so people can see and.
So
many-
recording
In a
as
room
well.
all by myself, cozy, snuggled behind laptop. I'm great. No, there's no people here.
I'm mucking about with the map side so that everybody can see as well as I can see my character. So I know what I have
you,
available
Edward.
to me.
Okay, right. So I have found the thing, because that took much longer than I thought it was going to take.
Took much
Right.
longer than it should have.
Yes. Ooh,
Dun, dun, dun.
that's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
I'm not telling you, but there's a cool dynamic in here that I'm not
Ooh.
going to tell you about.
I hate it when people do that. There's this thing that I'm not going to tell you.
Now roll persuasion again to tell me.
Okay, cool. But yeah, so yeah, you just walk into the sewers, and yeah, you see some sewers, you see some sewery stuff floating about. Yeah, there's channels cut into the bottom that are leading the effluents out into the water. The sewers themselves appear to be surprisingly big and well made. I am truly surprised at the level of effort this guy's put into the 3 sections of sewers that are ahead of you.
Can,
Three sections, you say?
3 sections or
Strap
more.
in, motherfuckers.
Strap on, motherfucker.
Stream will start walking in one direction unless somebody stops them.
Okay. The 2 directions you appear to be able to go are west along this way and south along this way.
He'll go
How was he going?
west, or at least start going west.
Okay. And he went there, yeah, okay. You go well. Looking at top wall, there appears to be some valves on the wall.
He'll look at the valves, and he'll point at them, and he'll say, "Valve."
I am going to stop you there and say don't touch them. Because I want to do a wee thing. Try if I put the spell in. Find traps at level 2.
You want to cast a level 2 spell to find traps?
Oh, that's the one I've got. Or can I cast it at level
I'm not stopping you, I'm just making sure I heard you right, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You test. How long's that last?
Isn't it within a certain radius?
It sends presence of traps in range, sight a trap for a purpose spell thing. That would be 7. Send the creature this spells. Can't read that right now.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what, right? Casting traps at this moment, casting detect traps, there does not appear to be any traps on the valves. Looking at it, there's a sign above it saying sewer flooding valves. and there appears to be some kind of locking mechanism on the valves themselves, as if to stop foolish people from turning them on. Yeah, but
So
that's
you're
what you see.
saying
There's not
there's
any
a
obvious
chance.
traps.
It's 120 feet, and like it detects where the traps are, but not specifically.
Can I follow the pipe to see where it goes?
The pipe, absolutely, man. Yeah. What do you mean, this pipe here, or just pipes in general?
Just to figure out what the valves do.
Okay. I mean, okay.
Can I read the sign again,
pipes
just
are-
to point out that I'll read the sign again. What does the sign say, Lee?
The sign says it's sewer flooding valves.
I think this is to flood the sewers, or if it floods, you turn off the valves or turn them on, depending on what you want to do.
If you
I
want to
think
give
we should
me,
leave that well alone.
Probably.
anyone that cares can give me an intelligence check or a history check.
Fuck, I'll do history.
Should we
I'll
not
stand in the
flood?
corner scratching.
16.
16's good.
Wait, 13.
I
Should we
mean,
not flood?
you talk about it yourself. It's like, yeah, sewers sometimes get clogged up. They get dirty. Like things happen. You need to flood them to kind of like get them out and functional again. So you would assume that by turning this valve, it'll probably draw in extra water from the lake or from the river and just kind of like overflow it, or at least raise the channels and blast things out, and then you would turn it off again. You probably would have a difficulty flooding the whole place unless you either left it on or misused the equipment, which is probably why it's locked.
Yeah, it seems to be much better than the sewers down in the old Neverwinter.
So we'd flood this one.
Not right now. I don't think we should flood this right away unless we're getting followed or chased by some unbearable, ungodly creature.
Okay. I'll see if I can break one of the locks, just in case we need to use it later on.
Okay, if you want to go do a strength check, and so the locking mechanism, basically you got a valve and there's a key like hole, and what you do is you turn the key and it would just make the valve like spinnable. So you basically what you're trying to do here is break the valve itself to like yeah, if you want to do it, go ahead. It's a straight strength check. I'm going to say there's a DC of 16 on this, and there's a strong. No, I'm not going to tell you nothing. Yeah, go for it.
7.
It's fucking really good. This is really well made. Nah.
I'll turn to Dick's character and say, help.
I am probably the wrong person to be trying to help you with this, but I can certainly give it a try. I will like to give him advantage because I'm at strength 8, so there's no way I'm doing this.
I mean, I'll say between the two of you, you've maybe got a long length. You create a lever by like setting some stuff
Yeah,
up.
my quarterstaff. I'll put my quarterstaff in and try and help. Yeah.
Have an advantage, mate. Go for it. Try and do this thing I've already warned you is not worth doing. Go for it.
So that's 15, so that's very nearly, and then I'll try
It
again.
starts to move.
19.
It snaps, and the water level does indeed start to raise.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's not overflowing. It's not like crashing in. It's just again, well-made technology. Have you've no dwarves or gnomes with you, have you?
No.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it looks well crafted. You do this, and the water does indeed start to kind of rush a bit faster. You've not like fully put it on yet, but you could if you wanted.
I'll just leave it now. That's just in
What are
case
you
for later on.
doing?
In case we need to turn it on later.
Fine.
With that, helping him.
If we get drowned, it's your fault.
Any rats down here?
Give me a perception check. Anyone that's looking for rats, give me a perception check.
I'm looking for rats.
Yeah, why not?
Nope.
Nope.
I've got another fucking 2, right? That one's out.
You don't see any in the immediate vicinity. I mean, you'd think there'd be rats, but you don't see any rats. Screamer, are you looking for rats as well?
I noticed that they're looking for something, so I start as well.
Okay, and have a look. Go ahead.
Then we'll go for that and see if there's any sort of beasts or anything like that, in case there's any danger.
strangely devoid of rats. I mean, you see some spiders, kind of like little spider webs, just normal house spiders, the kind of spiders you'd expect, nothing monstrous or terrifying. You see evidence of rats. There's some droppings and some footprints and some slime and stuff. But I mean, there's not overrun or anything, you know. But you don't see any rats in the immediate vicinity.
Check. I'll pick up some of the droppings and taste it. So how recent are they?
Dried out. Days.
Okay, I'll throw it down on the floor.
Good thing I failed to see that.
Kind of strange at the fact that there's none of these rats running about in the sewers. It seems to be somewhere where they would like to really keep safe. Considering this is a usual living habitat, there's no rats about.
If rats not here, it's not safe.
Could be that, or it could be maybe the fact that we've started to try and flood the sewers.
It's not safe in the sewer. We've been given a quest to do something in. My
Oh
God.
no!
Oh,
What are we doing?
I forgot you Northerners are kind of used to just, staying safe and doing nothing.
Aye, that's it. Scratch his tail.
I'm going to puff my neck out. Lick my eyeball.
Oh, you guys.
He
I'm just gonna walk off down the thing.
I'll follow.
Rachel again is sick of your bullshit. And just to clarify,
We are doing nothing but
not
describing
Hazel, not
a
Hazel,
fucking thing.
Rachel is sick of your bullshit.
Yeah.
So Rachel,
Yes.
are you going south or are you going west?
West.
Okay, that is the way that he was going. So yeah, you go. I think that's you. No, sorry, that's you there. Yeah, you continue along. As the water has raised slightly, but it's still well underneath the kind of like I don't know what you'd call that, the top of the kind of the channels, and you come to another intersection. You can continue heading west, or you can head south.
I'll go south.
Okay, is anyone going with her, or are you still discussing the lack of rats and eating shit?
Actually, see
I'm
where she's
going
going.
to go with her.
All right.
She went this way.
Okay.
Anyone that can't see, they went this way.
I'm going this way.
Okay, so yeah, you're over here. So you're going to keep heading down. You do notice a large rushing sound now as you go down. So the kind of trickling and kind of running water sound is now turning into more like a... And you can hear something.
Okay, I'm gonna keep moving forwards.
Absolutely, yeah. So you move down, and when you get to this room here, there's a large circle. You don't really know much about the internal workings of sewers, but this seems to be a large pool, and it's spinning round. I don't know. You tell me what you think, Rachel. I'm not going to give you ideas.
I'm going to go...
It looks like a whirlpool, but it can't be a whirlpool
Why can't it be a whirlpool?
because it doesn't make sense, does it?
That looks like a kind of drain.
Yeah.
Any rocks?
Could well be. Oh shit, we started looking at rocks
We're
around.
in the sewers and there's a drain in the sewers to
This is probably where it runs into this. It could be the case it runs into the river, so to speak, if it's going to be a sewer.
What you'd find is that perhaps they would feed it in from the river, and then there'd be like a lower section, and it would feed back out into different part of the river, so it all kind of meets up in the centre. This is Lee giving you an explanation of something he doesn't really understand, but that makes sense to me. So maybe I don't want to feel like I'm mansplaining something because there'll be like a viewer that's like, "That's not how sewers work."
Is there any evidence that people have been down here recently?
Give me an investigation or perception check. Anyone that is looking for human life or evidence of people being in here.
Yeah, I'm gonna look for